A human network at its simplest level is an exchange of information between two people. That's called a dyadic exchange. But imagine that multiplied by powers of 10. Now you have a large fishnet of these connections. That's really what we're looking at. That's called a human network. A human network has existed since the beginning of time because it goes back to ancient civilizations when they traded with one another. Those are ancient trade networks. When you look at the way businesses partner with each other in industries, that's an example of a network. And the way people exchange information inside an organization or a community, that's an example of a network. And so what people do is they study these networks because they are not random connections, they're non-random. They're non-random because there are some scientific laws and principles that underwrite these networks and that control these networks. And we've learned about that in the last 10 or 20 years with with a tremendous amount of research that we've done. So although we might say that people are created equally, they're certainly not connected equally. And if they're not connected equally, then what is the nature of their non-random connection? So if we know that there's some scientific principles underneath these networks, and we study the networks, and if we analyze these networks, we can figure out amongst the non-random connections who are the key connectors. And if we can figure out who the key connectors are, we work with those folks to actually shape and control the way a network will change.